And now what was she going to do? She didn't want to hurt her parents. That's the number one reason why some teenage girls have abortions. They're afraid to tell their parents. Well, guess what, girls and boys? We need to be afraid to have sex because of the consequences of what's going to happen to us. But we don't think like that. And then we're in this situation. 14 years old. 15 years old. And that Catholic girl who knew better, who was pro-life, she aborted that baby. And she lives with the regret and the shame and the pain of that choice. And then guess what happened? She got pregnant again. Because when girls who have abortions, there's 3 reasons why they get pregnant again. Usually within 1 to 2 years of the abortion. 1, she's trying to replace the baby she lost. 2, she's trying to figure out, is God mad at me? And 3, she's trying to figure out, can I even get pregnant again? So she came back. But this time she was with a different boyfriend. Because that boyfriend who told you, oh, he loves you, when you get pregnant, all of a sudden he comes up missing in action. He ain't taking your calls anymore. And so, she got a new boyfriend. But her heart was still broken and wounded. She kept that baby. And she brought that baby in to tell me God redeemed her life. And that's what happens. But God doesn't stop the consequences. So there's shame and there's guilt. There's suicidal thoughts. There's nightmares. There's separation from God because sin separates us from God. And if you choose to have sex outside the bonds of marriage, and I talk to young people all day long, I'll say, did you think that it was wrong to have sex and you weren't married? And everybody says yes. Do you know why? Because it's written on our hearts. Because we are made in the image and likeness of God. And those laws are written on us because we're made like Jesus and we know better. The problem is we just don't do better. And so with your faith and being Catholic and being pro-life and being in love with Jesus, it's more than just going to church on Sunday. You have to talk to your girlfriends and your boyfriends at school and you have to share. No, it's not good. You have to be a witness. Every time the priest sends you out, every Sunday. Now go out, he says to you. Go out and what? Go on Snapchat? Go on Instagram? No, go out and be light and salt and tell somebody about Jesus. Tell them what it's like to be pro-life. Tell them what a difference Jesus is making in your life. Because Jesus is making a difference. And that boyfriend who's saying all those things, you need to tell him, I love Jesus. He'll say, I don't want to be with you. Guess what? He'll drop you like a hot potato and he'll find somebody else. He doesn't love you that much. And that's the truth. But you think that. And so as Catholics, we have to stand firm in our faith. And it's hard to do that. That's why you're here. So that you would be fortified and strengthened. We have the sacraments. When we make mistakes, we run to confession. We go to adoration that Jesus would permeate our souls and make a difference on the inside of us so that we can live different, so that we can make a different life choice. I always tell young people, when you're on a date and you think, oh, it's just between me and this boyfriend, oh, no, it's not. I want you to think about your grandmother. I want you to think about your grandfather. You see, because if you get pregnant, it's not just about you and that boyfriend anymore. It affects your whole family. It affects everybody. So the choices that we make have consequences. So we have to choose wisely. When my children were growing up, we had this little, we didn't have cable.